Hey, after the festive week, though we could not enjoy this time, it's time for work again in Time Out with Jolly. Few minutes or sentences are too short to describe my guest today, be it professional or personal. Mr. Ashok Chattopadhyay, an electrical engineering graduate from Jadavpur University to begin with, slowly and steadily diversified into a highly effective, successful project manager. Having executed several projects worth billions of US dollars in hydrocarbon sector, both upstream and downstream, including petrochemicals. From publishing books on reincarnation to setting up many benchmarks, the field of project execution from concept to commissioning, he was a result-oriented, tough taskmaster, a strong team leader, but at the same time a very caring boss who considered his team members as a part of his family. 7 habits of highly ineffective project managers or non-performing managers is what he is going to speak about today, thereby effectively sharing the mantras of success. So friends, let us hear from the corporate consultant and advisor, Mr. Ashok Chattopadhyay.
Jolly, thank you very much for making my wallpaper with colorful, but remember, all what glitters are not gold. I was an insignificant and non-performing project manager, but I was lucky enough I got opportunity to work for 40 years in mega projects, which has enormously high values. Currently I am sitting in a rat hole, courtesy COVID-19, and recapitulating why I was a non-performer and you are performers. I'm sure that the people who are working in the projects may have similar experience in their life while executing. Before I proceed for the project management aspects, I will try to show you something by a very proven personality, Dr. Stephen R. Covey. I'm sure all of you must have read his very world famous book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. What are the habits? What are these habits? And he has not talked about project management, it is the people. The habits is a combination of 3 factors: body, mind, and intellect. These 3 together make a person successful or unsuccessful. Now, Stephen R. Covey's advices are that if someone has to be effective and successful, then these 7 traits he must have within himself. First is be proactive. Let's anticipate the problems well in advance and take positive actions. Begin with the end in mind. That's the objectives. The objectives of your project or objectives of your family activities, the objective of your, I would say, in the social life, the objectives of your maybe spiritual activities. This must be very clear in the mind. Then put first thing first. This is prioritizing. Which is more important? You must prioritize more. With these 3, you can achieve your private victory. That means you yourself can be a successful person. But if you desire or aspire to go in public, that's to become a leader, then you must acquire these habits as well. Think win-win. That is win-win with whom? It is with the stakeholders. Then seek first to understand than to be understood. It is, unless we understand the requirements of the stakeholders, we would not be able to take the right decisions. So it should not be my way or highway. And then third is synergize all these activities and factors together so that 1 plus 1 is not 3, 1 plus 1 becomes 5. And then the last one is sharpen the saw. Sharpen the saw talks about improving your intellect, which is the most powerful tool of a human being. So how it is to be sharpened? By reading, by interacting, by experience. So one must keep himself in touch with the latest technology, the latest events. Otherwise, it would be difficult for him to remain in the race. What is a project, first of all? The project is generally one time or 2 times activities or set of activities. This is a big challenge to an organization to set up a right charter. If prepared, the project shall be successful. The project is generally have a start date and then have a finish date. And the project team works on a rope way with balancing 3 critical factors of the project, that is time, quality and cost. These 3 are required to be balanced by a project team. What are the 7 traits to become a successful project managers like you? That is, properly plan a project charter. The project charter is basically consisting of the objective of the project, the vision of the project, the vision of the organization, and the goals, cost estimates, time scheduling. All these are to be put into a one document which is required to be approved by the top management of the organization. Of course, the team roles and responsibilities. These 3 are also very important stipulations in this project charter. Is the project dynamically? Because this project, as I told, is not the regular activities of an organization. So one has to track day-to-day events, day-to-day results of the project, and needs to be addressed the problems of the project. Delegation of works evenly across the team. Some project managers cannot delegate the works and they think that everything will be done by himself. So they make a mistake. But yes, a successful project manager will never do that. He will delegate evenly across the team. Choose wisely the controlling points. It is also very important because, I always say that one should know what he knows, and one should also know what he does not know. If he understands this, he would be able to take help of others and leave the control points to a person who knows the subject. The 5th one is proactive and effective team members. One should be the good project manager is a leader who's leading the team from the front, and he makes this way a very effective team. Prompt decision making is also a very important factor, where I would say this is the best tool. And my favorite slogan is, inorderly actions are better than orderly inactions. I have seen projects where orderly inactions cause tremendous loss to a project, and it virtually sometimes derails a project. The 7th trait is keep learning, exercise your intellect and think out of the box. And I will now share with you my category and what I did in my career. That is 7 habits of highly ineffective project managers, which I was. This is my personal perception. Motivate team members by intimidation. You must have observed that some bosses of yours, maybe in your career, some personals, maybe in your society, they like to intimidate people to keep their importance. And they do not understand that it becomes a disaster for them. Then having rigid ideas and not willing to listen to others. They are also like my way or highway people, type of people, and the success will be far away from them. No human consideration, concern for the team members. If such people cannot lead the team, I could not lead my team. Someone came to me for personal help. I say this is not connected with the project, but I do not understand that project is built up by your team. And to keep my importance, I always try to pose that I am the only decision maker. And by indecisions, I derailed projects many times because of orderly inactions happen because of indecisions. Then pessimistic and create negativity. This is also a kind of people you will find the environment is made negative by them. Everything you say, everything they talk with no. So such people remains ineffective. Do not share critical information with team members. This is also a lousy habit, which at times, for keeping my importance, I used to think that perhaps my subordinate, if I share these critical informations, they would be smarter than me, and I forgot they were smarter than me. That's why they became more successful project managers than me. And the last but not the least is, having done the projects, one must try to keep the expectation little low. Because a successful project, the great personalities say that victory has 1,000 fathers, but defeat is an orphan. If you lose, the project manager will be held squarely responsible, even though he might not have. But if the project becomes successful, then many people will claim its success. And finally, when the Winston Churchill used to say loss of war is a crime, that is how best you battle a war, but if you lose, the nation will put you on the gallows. This is what I wanted to say about the projects in brief. I must tell you that thousands of years ago, our wise savants, they described these traits of human being very accurately, and this what are being utilized in project management. Those are only the ice tips. Thank you very much.
Thank you for providing valuable inputs on the subject, or I may say, sharing your mantras of success, which can be incorporated both in professional and personal life. Friends, do you really think he's a non-performer? I leave it up to you. Thanks for watching. Bye.